So I'm now here at the Helsinki airport. As you can see, there's stuff down there, and I'll see you in Oslo next. Welcome to Oslo. You know what's fun fact? They have fucking 7-Eleven here. I had no clue they had that anywhere in the Nordics. So that's very, very interesting. Uh, Everything went really smoothly. I got out of the airport within half an hour from my plane landing. Super fast, super efficient. Everything is so smooth. My train was a bit late to the center. Not to the airport, just on its way. It had to like stop for some reason. And then I went to get the Oslo pass. I went to visitor center. A bit confusing to find, but very quick process once I went there. The I asked for a student priced one, and the person was just like, "I can't be bothered to check your student card. I'm too tired." So I just like didn't even have to show my card. I just got the thing. Took like 1 minute the entire interaction. And so I headed to the Frem Museum, and the Frem Museum is like a museum about like Arctic exploration and stuff, because like Norway was like a very early country to explore the Arctic. So this is the ship Fram. They had this ship there. It also actually, I think, went to the South Pole. It went to Antarctica. So that's quite cool. It went Antarctica and Arctic. It was one of like the first ships to make it to the Arctic, if not the first. And they had this engine room and all that. It was all really cool. And all these stories about the scientists and people involved with it. I liked it. It was quite interesting, quite fun, whatever. They also had a nice room. Ooh, it's cold in here. Yay. Cold as fuck. And I think I'm done. But they also had another ship, as shown right here. So they had more than one ship, actually, which was quite cool. I also don't have an image, but they had like a plane thing, an old plane for a guy who like was famous and kept trying to like go to the Arctic with planes, but kept on failing and failing and failing, and eventually died in a plane. So they also had that. And this ship just kind of felt like being at summer house. The wood is the same as like one of the buildings in my. This shit is a fucking horror movie. So they don't have KFC in Norway, but when you don't have KFC, you have AFC. Yeah, so here's my little snack for the day. It is my Thai chicken roll. Let us see how it tastes. I don't know how Thai this is, but it's bloody great. I love it. It's good. It's like €5, which for Norway is very cheap. For Norway. And then I went to the Opera House. Very, very beautiful building. Recommend at least like checking it out. It's amazing. And while I was at the Opera House, it started raining. I couldn't even get in the Opera House. There's a train. Yeah, we love trains. And now I'm on the train station waiting for my train to go to like Asker, the town where I'm staying for the night. So yeah, we'll explore that a bit before I go to sleep, and then I go to my accommodation and figure it out. And then more stuff tomorrow. And after going to Asker and taking a bus from there, I got to my accommodation. And my room was pretty okay. It was, like this, a single room with a double bed in some random woman's house. And it had a bunch of bugs, actually. There were like spiders, and I took out 2 spiders, so that was fun, but yeah. So it's the next morning, and I slept fairly well. I had struggled getting to sleep. I was quite excited for today, and I just couldn't really sleep. But it's a nice area where I'm accommodating, kind of a quieter area. Not in Oslo, in like a nearby town. There's a car. But place looks great. My accommodation was pretty good. The room gets quite cold though. So that's interesting. But yeah, we'll be heading right back into Oslo. Instead of heading directly, down to, directly down to Oslo with the bus, I opted to walk around a bit because this whole area is quite nice. There's a lot of like hills, a lot of stuff, and now I reached like a pretty cool area. There's a whole bunch of like sea there, and it looks nice. I love this kind of view. Look at that shit. It looks fucking beautiful. And like yeah, and also I ate some bananas for breakfast. And there seems to be a shop of some kind near here, so I think I might actually buy more stuff to eat because I am hungry still. But yeah, I'll see you in Oslo. I think I'll actually take a bus from here because I have seen the beautiful, beautiful sea. Yay! Yo, look at him. There's a snail. Oh my god. Hell yeah, this is cool. Beautiful. This is so cool. Yo, there's a second snail. Look right down there. The other one is like down there. That's the one I was talking about before. But there's a second one here. It was raining yesterday. I guess they like the wet terrain. There's a third one. Holy shit! There's a third snail. Here's the third one. Fuck it. There's so many snails here. I didn't even notice them when I was coming down this way. But there's a fourth one. Fucking hell! There's so many snails. Fifth one. 5 snails. And I think that's it. Damn, the snails love this place. Nope, they're 6th. They're 7th. Fucking hell. Norwegian smoothie taste test. Mango smoothie. Tastes like a mango smoothie. And I then proceeded to eat lunch at the Burger King. The chicken at Burger King is not very good, and this weird Fanta flavor, exotic whatever, was not so good after all. I did not like it. Following the lunch was a trip through the fields to the Norwegian Museum of Cultural History, which had, for example, some old clothing like this, and it had like an old cool tobacco shop that I mean, this is just old. This looks cool. I love it. And then there's this like old pharmacy with like these wooden boxes. It's amazing. And an old like gas station. This is, I mean, what can I say? And a lot of like this, maybe a little too much of these like old like wooden farmhouses. Some of them were really cool though. Like for example, there's this one with like the grass roof and like higher, wider top than bottom. And there's also this like scarecrow, of course, very important detail. And these houses they like built on the near the coast with to like resistant wind. And here we can see another type of farmhouse, and as we can tell, doors are as doors are in old houses, way too bloody small for my big head or my big height, whatever. And they had a tractor, of course, but most importantly, they had a cook, and cooks are amazing. They also had some like more modern buildings like this, and again, just more and more farmhouses. There were so many houses, so many different ones. It was so cool. I love this museum. It was great. And it's so detailed too. And there's also like a tent like this with like reindeer hide inside. You can see the like hide and the cooking pot, whatever. In this video, this is just like cool things from different parts of Norway. And they had this thing. This is beautiful. This looks like it's straight out of Skyrim. I love this church. It's so like it's such a cool architecture. Like it's amazing. I love this shit. It's so cool. So cool. And inside was less cool, but it's still a really cool building. I love that building so much. And then I went to the ski museum, ski tower. I only went up the tower. I got kind of depressed from it for some reason. Maybe because I was tired at this point. Maybe because it was like just ugly metal shit, like along with the view. I don't know. But actually climbing up, like to this place, like up the mountain, that was really cool. And I afterward walked around and saw some statues and stuff, and that was enjoyable. So the actual tower was kind of lame, but whatever. And the next day I went to the airport. It was time to leave, and there's this like car Very cool. Car, car. It was not an amazing airport, but it had some cool things to it. For example, there's this like table with like the timings of the flights, and it had like an estimation of how long it would take you to actually walk to your gate, and that's really cool. I love that. Though they had it in old scanners where you had to take out your stuff, which is like why? And there's no fast food inside. There's no fast food, and that means that any food or any store is going to be overpriced. It's going to be more expensive than anything outside. So that sucked. But either way, I then flew home. Everything went well. My flight was a bit late, but whatever. And yeah, it was a good trip. I loved it. It was very interesting. And yeah,